This episode was crazy. Hi, I'm Kelly or Kelpnetto, and today I'm going to be talking about Legend of Korra episode 11, The Ultimatum. Like I said, this episode was freaking crazy. I don't know, the beginning was kind of stuff, but it wasn't like as much stuff as the ending, and I was just kind of like, oh my gosh, this is actually a really good episode of Korra that I don't even know that we've had before. It was just amazing. And it was kind of just like drove you crazy because the stuff that was happening. Instead of just freaking out, I'm actually going to explain some of my feelings. In the very beginning of this episode, I liked how Marco told Bolin that this isn't our fight when they got released from jail, and then Boston State was kind of like, whoa, crazy. I like how they wouldn't spend time there, and so they could just keep moving on, and yeah. I don't get why the family was involved in this. I get that they would want to save them. I don't get why the grandma would want to stay in that house if she's risking all the other people's lives. But I don't know, I'm not a grandma, so I kind of don't really understand what they're going to do because we see them later in this episode, not in just the beginning, so I don't know. I did find that kind of weird though. And I like how Mako used his like detective checking skills to find Korra and how he actually hugged her when he saw her, and it was kind of like, oh, and you could see it kind of like, oh. That was funny. Then Bolin started fangirling over Lord Zuko, like, all the fangirls on Tumblr, they're like, he's just like, oh my gosh, Lord Zuko. I would totally be like that too, because Lord Zuko, funny stuff in the beginning of the episode, wow. Wow. Then Mako and Bolin actually tell Korra what the message was, and it was the ultimatum of giving herself up or having all the new airbenders die. And that's pretty big, and that's actually really big because they're finally getting all the airbenders back and started, and it's kind of just like, what? And oh, the damn good ultimatum though is here. It was actually weird, not weird, but but that Lin was comforting Zoo about Opal, and then later in the episode, Opal is actually in Ming's grasp, so we get to see those little points like play out, and I thought that was the weird part, how they connected like that, but it was good. It was good how they connected like that. Not good for Opal, because that's obviously not good, she's trapped, but anyway. I like how the girls are hanging out, Korra and Asami. We've seen in the past few episodes that they spend a lot of time together, and then Mako and Bolin spend a lot of time together. I think that's good, so it doesn't have that love aspect anymore, that confusingness and stuff. So I think that's good. I like that. Iroh? Let's just think of it for a second. Iroh. We haven't seen him in a long time, and I was really happy. I was actually not expecting that at all. I kind of like screamed when I saw him. I was kind of like, Iroh. He gets me his feels and Zuko's feels are like the exact same. I love both of them. I think Rocky is kind of an understatement, Iroh, but that's cute that Iroh and Korra really say that Zuko knew Aang better than anyone, and anyone counting as like Katara too, and I didn't even like realize that until right now. But holy cow, that's like really close, and I was just kind of like, I did not know they were that close. It was weird. But it was also cute because they're cute. And I'm so upset that Korra can't talk to Aang because I want to know what he would say to her in like times of need and stuff, and I just miss him and I want to hear from him, and I don't get that, and it's sad and upsetting. And it's also kind of weird that she can't talk to her past lives, but she can still go in the spirit world. because I would think that both of those things are spirity. They count as like the same thing, you know? So I don't understand that. And I hope that some way she can reconnect that broken link, because I really want to hear from Aang. And it's really nice to see Zuko help Korra out with that Avatar stuff, because I think that's important that she hears someone else that like knew Aang, not just always from Tenzin, but from Zuko too, and I thought that was good. And I didn't even realize that Zuko's daughter would be in danger if Zahir is killing off all the authority figures. And I was kind of like, oh, Zuko. When Tenzin said they're already here and it like showed the airship, that would have been a really good ending, really suspenseful and stuff, but I'm really glad it wasn't the ending, because holy crap. Holy crap. Earlier, Korra or someone said that what if the Zahir actually doesn't hurt them, he's just all talk? And I actually didn't think they were going to be right, but Zahir's like, well, if Korra comes, then we don't have to hurt you guys. And I was like, what? What? He actually wasn't planning on hurting them. So I saw this post on Tumblr the other day about Monk Gyatso and how when Aang found him, his skeleton was surrounded by dead Fire Nation troops. Gyatso went against his airbending beliefs and values to help Aang in any way he could. So Tenzin in this episode, he was doing the exact same thing for Korra. Tenzin went against his airbending beliefs of like non-violence to take down Zahir. Gyatso and Tenzin both went against their airbending values to help save the Avatar and their friend. And realizing that, I didn't even put the two and two together until I saw that, and it just kind of clicked, and I was just kind of in shock. And I don't know, it kind of gives you something to think about. What bravery Tenzin had to stand up for Korra and for everyone to protect them from Zahir, and Kaya and Bumi too. All three of them are amazing. I love watching Kaya and Ming's fight. I do not like that they were fighting, but their fight was very amazing. And how Ming came at her with that ice arm and Kaya broke it off and threw it back at her. I was just kind of like, holy crap. That was really good. Fast thinking too. So bad that Bumi had to fight all alone because she's still new at the airbending kind of thing. Yes, Bumi, pull his hair. That'll work. Kai actually kind of reminded me of Aang, how he went off by himself to distract Palil, and I was kind of like freaking out when he fell, and then Janora was freaking out, and I was freaking out even more. And then Kaya and Bumi's fall just like fell, and you could see them actually falling, like hitting stuff, and then you see them laying there. And Tenzin used his move from the opening when he's like flat on his back and he goes like, yeah, he used that move. And it's completely horrible to see the Red Lotus all gang up on Tenzin, but I mean, it's kind of bittersweet because that means they're not going after anyone else, but they're all ganging up on Tenzin. And then he just kept on, after he fell, he just kept on getting up. He just fell and got up and fell and got up, and I was just like, Tenzin! And okay, Kai's okay, but what about Tenzin? It just like cuts off and you're like, what the heck? And I need more of this episode, and you can watch through this video how my voice goes to calm to really high up because I'm freaking out. Yeah, oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever freaked out this much over a Korra episode. I really liked this one. It was just good, and you wanted to keep watching, and you want to keep watching for the next episode, and things with Iroh and with Zuko and with Korra, all that was really, I thought was interesting, because I like hearing from all those people, and the Avatar stuff, I like finding more about that stuff, and it sucks that we don't get to hear from Aang, but it's nice that Zuko's there to help. So I don't know, this episode was really good, and I want to know your thoughts, so tell me them. And like this review if you did. Subscribe for more Korra. And just thank you for watching. I hope you liked this episode as much as I did. So thank you again for watching. Bye.